What it do, what it does, what it desire. It's the flyest chick on the motherfucking mothership. Miss L-A-D-Y-L-O, L-A-D-Y-L-O, L-A-D-Y-L-O. I want to talk, get some stuff off my chest while I wax my face. Cause right now I'm definitely giving the bearded lady. As most of y'all know, I'm opening up a beauty bar called Love Lab. We were supposed to open, I believe it was April, what was it? April 18th. We're supposed to open up April 18th, but we are opening up May 9th. And it's really just because, like, as a first time business owner, like, you have to learn everything yourself. And you also gotta be very, very, very patient with the process. So I know me, I'm a perfectionist a little, but I don't think this is perfectionism. I think for me, it was more so, I wanted to open because I worked so hard to get here. I mean, like, I worked my ass off all year. At the beginning of last year, I was homeless. After being homeless before that, long story, we'll get into that later. And then I moved back in with my mom. Grateful, but it didn't work out. I felt like I had already came from a very hard situation and grieving that. And then before that, grieving that, I needed some room to breathe. So I moved to New Orleans with my sissy pool. And I finished up esthetician school. So I started esthetician school, then I moved to New Orleans with my sissy pool. And finished esthetician school. I am a graduate. I graduated on Halloween because it gets scary for you all. That was a surreal moment. So then a week later, I was going to look for a job, like to work for somebody. And the building I was going to work at was the building that I own. I walked in next door because I was handing out my business card. It was my first ever business cards. They looked very, very janky, but hey, they were mine. I did not care, they were mine. So I handed them out and I went to this nice couple next door and he was just asking me a bunch of questions. He was like, what do you do? Do you have your own place? What's your mission? I want to make people feel beautiful exactly the way that they are. As a woman of trans experience, going to like spas or get my lashes done or get waxes or anything, I always felt very awkward for me because spas and stuff are very either cis women centered or gay male. Being trans is, people are still like wonky when it comes to it. I just never felt comfortable in those spaces. I was always discriminated against in those spaces. It's just, I never had a nice experience. I think only one lady gave me a nice experience. She was the sweetest lady ever, but she ended up getting her own shop and I forgot to get her number. So after that, like, I was paranoid to go anywhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to start doing my own. I'm gonna say 6 years because this is before COVID. So in COVID, we was all like, no, it wasn't. It was after COVID. It was after COVID because I was living on my own. This was like 2021, 2023-ish. One of those. 2, 3-ish, one of those. And so I really enjoy getting a sugar wax because I remember my first experience getting a wax, it gave me more dark spots. So when I started getting sugar, my skin started clearing up. I started feeling more confident about myself. And then having that one lady that I trusted because she made me feel comfortable exactly as I was. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna continue sugar. So I learned how to sugar. So I wanna say from, I think it was 2022, so no, 2021. So from like 2021 to now, or 2021 to 2025-ish, I was waxing myself. In between those years, I was learning about skincare, and I've always like looked up skincare because as a trans girl, the hair on my face, the hyperpigmentation, because I promise y'all, look, it was way worse than that. Like right now, it's because I ain't waxing. That's what we getting into. But anyway, that's besides the point. I moved back because we back to when I came back from when I was living in Atlanta. When I came back home, my mom was like, you gotta do something. You gotta figure out something to do. At first she tried to get me truck driving. I'm like, So I'm like, okay, if I gotta do something, if I gotta go back to school, I'm gonna go to school for esthetician. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to create a space for women like me, queer folk, people who just like are the odd ones out in a sense. I wanted them to have a safe place to come along with cis women and men, and like also my brown skinned people. I know like we have this skewed view of what luxury is and whether we deserve it or not. I wanted to bring an environment where everybody was welcome, everybody could feel a luxury experience. Not everybody know about these certain ways to take care of yourself, man. I, big Scorpio queen, definitely love self-care. Anyway, that's the mission. Back to Mr. Man. So he showed me the building and I'm like, wait, I was not supposed to come ask for a job here. I didn't think it was empty. He was like, you like the building? Me, I went to go look. I didn't think like, oh, I just graduated esthetician school. Me, a building, boo, tomato, right? He was just like, you can have the first two months free. Do you want it? I'm like, let me think on this. So I thought on it for about 1 or 2 months. I passed it around to people. Some people, I don't want to say they were discouraging, but they were just like, I don't want you to have too much on your plate. You just came from what you came from. You trying to get stuff together. But for some reason, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like God wouldn't have put this in my face if it wasn't for me. Everything was just aligning. I will say they don't tell you how stressful it is to even just start a business. I mean, like down to LLCs and registering your business name in the state and like get an occupational license and like, here we are now. I don't want to just open just to say I have a shop open. I want to open it right. I want to make sure I have all my machines, all my materials. I want to make sure everything is here. I'm excited to continue sharing this with y'all and just getting back into content creation because I do enjoy that too. And just having y'all come along with me, whether that be in person or over the screen. So all my girls that was gonna come out and support me in April, I hope y'all still come out and support me. I'm just the girl in the world. I'm that girl. Make sure you out here spreading love to everybody, including your local school. I'll see you next video. Mwah.